What's up, everybody, and welcome to an all-new episode of Casters of Horror. I'm Chris Mess.
I'm Shane, and this week we're reviewing She Came from the Woods.
Yes.
Yes, she did.
She came, she saw, she...
And apparently
killed?
she did this back in 1987, which is when this movie supposedly takes place. I had no idea until I just saw that on IMDb.
Well, then. Yeah, this is a movie that's supposedly set back in the 80s, like Shane was saying. It's about a group of counselors at a summer camp, and the kids are going home for their final day of camp, and the counselors accidentally unleash a what would you call it? A horrible entity from the past,
some sort of ghostly witch-like entity. I mean,
yeah,
I guess.
Well, we'll get a little bit more into that here in a minute.
Yeah.
they do this through a conjuring ceremony of sorts, but more so it's more like the Bloody Mary thing, or the looking in the mirror and trying to conjure up, you know, something like that. So, anyway, it stars Cara Buono and what was his name? William Sadler.
Yeah.
Who looks super old in this movie. Oh my word. I remember him being such a younger man back in the day, and now all of a sudden he's like super old grandpa man in this movie. But anyway, so like I was saying, it's the final day of camp. They do this ceremony and they start getting chased around. Does that about sum it up?
Yeah.
I say I would think it does. They're stuck at the camp.
Yeah,
they can't get away.
Very like obvious homage to, your 80s slashers.
Yeah.
That's the basic gist of it. So.
Yeah, it's a horror comedy. It says on the but it does say that. Yeah, I mean, there are comedic parts, or parts that are supposed to be comedic throughout this film. Anyway, thoughts on this film, sir? This is, by the way, a Tubi original.
Yeah.
Not like to be or not to be, but this is like Tubi, TUBI. So if you guys aren't familiar with the streaming service Tubi, it's free. Go check it out. Download it. You can get it on, smart TVs, iPad, computer, whatever.
Yeah.
But what were your thoughts on this film? This is one that you had picked. This is one that you were I gotta see this movie.
Yeah,
that's exactly how you said it too. You're like, I gotta see this
with that voice and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I feel betrayed by the trailer, which did make it seem a lot funnier than it actually was. But I don't know, man. Is it just me, or did this movie just feel safe?
This movie did not feel original by any sort of means.
It was a very sterile throwback to slashers. I mean,
very tropey.
Yeah.
There was a lot of plot holes.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing with a bunch of kids and like this lady witch thing.
Yeah.
And the question is she actually a ghost, or is she just an old lady who's just been spending time out in the woods? We don't know.
Actually, no.
No. So all we know is Grandpa got freaky with her at one point. So, but yeah,
that doesn't really seem to have anything to do with the plot. I don't think that actually went anywhere. I mean,
not really. I mean, this probably will be one of our more spoiler episodes of this, and we try not to be, but Yeah, there was a part in it where the grandpa's explaining how she had come at a time before and all this sort of stuff, and now she's back again to
Yeah.
wreak havoc upon the camp.
She was basically like the camp's nurse, is the role
Yeah,
she filled.
yeah,
Essentially back, ages
back in the
ago.
day.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, and it wasn't even ages. It was like maybe 20 years. I think it was
Yeah.
like 20 years
Yeah.
since it. I don't know. Yeah, it was about that because the well, I wouldn't even call her the
No,
main character, Cara
it had to
Buono.
be it had to be
She was
longer than that though. Because
because she was a little
because
girl.
yeah, she was a little girl, and right now she has sons who are like in their 20s.
Yeah, so
So
we're probably looking at about 40 years,
40, maybe
maybe.
40 years, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, when Grandpa still had it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
good old camp spirit. Um, anyway, yeah, you said that you kind of let down by the trailer. I don't know, the trailer let me down to begin with.
Really?
Yeah, when you were like, "Hey, man, we gotta check this one out," I'm like, "Do we?
Yeah.
Do we really? All
Uh,
right."
yeah, I mean, yeah, I was disappointed in it. And the thing is, I don't really even think it was bad. It
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 just
just
wasn't good.
no, it wasn't very.
It's not that it wasn't bad. It's not that it was bad. It just wasn't good.
It's just not
It's
good.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was
but
yeah, it was very vanilla. This is nothing you haven't seen before and
yeah.
seen better.
Now, if you want a film just to put on and just have on, like for some sort of noise, it's
Yeah,
not horribly like out there that it's gonna annoy
no,
you or anything like that. It's worth throwing on just for that. But
yeah,
if you're going into it thinking this is going to be a good 80s slasher throwback, yeah,
yeah, it's really not.
it's yeah, no. But
About the only thing I will say for it, positively is that I was surprised by some of the kills. Not the actual kills themselves, but the deaths. I guess I would say there were some character deaths that I would not have
would not
anticipated.
have expected. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so
I get that. I get that.
yeah,
So again, spoiler.
yeah, yeah,
Don't get attached to anybody in this
yeah.
film. Um but anyway, let us know what you guys think. If you guys have checked this movie out, She Came from the Woods,
Yes.
Tubi, free. Check it out. It's yeah, go watch it and put down in the comments down below what you guys think of it. And while you're there, make sure to hit like and subscribe. Bing, bing. And let us know what other films we should check out, whether they be free or we want to spend money on them. So, anyway, that's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, I'm Chris Mess.
I'm Shane, and Chris is picking the movie next week.
Get the hell out of here.